How's it going, everybody? So far we don't have anybody in here, so I think it's a good time to just apply some chapstick. And for those of you who are coming back and watching it later, good on you. I'm so glad you're coming here to see this. uh, but yeah, today we're going to be doing some Sculptris modeling, and it's going to be great. Oh, hey, Jonah Robinson. So there is somebody here. Good. Good to see you. Let's see. I want to have the chat come up over the video, and let's see if it actually shows up. Welcome. It actually says I have zero viewers right now, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Okay. So it should be showing the chat over top of the footage, and I'm not sure what's going on. That's the villager. Okay, let's copy this. I'm just in Streamlabs trying to fix this stuff. Oh, thank you. So you've seen my other work? That's really cool. Yeah, today I'm just going to be doing, this is a different type of modeling that I'm going to be doing. It's not going to be in Blender. This is going to be in Sculptris, which is a really fun clay-like sculpting program for the computer. It's free if you guys want to go ahead and play with it at some point. So let me just come over to my Sculptris modeling and see if I can get the chat working there. Hello. Okay, it looks like the video feed is actually faster than the chat box, which is kind of weird. Like, I don't understand why that works, but it does. So let's go back over here. And I'm gonna paste this here. Oh, you know what? It's working. It's working. I don't need to paste it. Yeah, we got little pixel Axel for the in between screens when I was doing games and stuff like that. Or just, I mean, like Roblox games. Here, let me move this mic. Hopefully this isn't too loud for you guys. Okay. All right, let's do some modeling. Let's make some horrible monsters or something. Like okay. I'm going to move this window over here. Welcome, Morden. Good to see you in the chat too. Actually, I should probably share this onto YouTube. Or not YouTube. I should share this onto Twitter. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to say, okay, guys, if you want to see me modeling or sculpting, or you know what, if you want to join in on the live sculpting session. There we go. Okay, I said, okay, guys, if you want to join in on the live sculpting session, I look forward to seeing you in the chat. So I'm really excited to do this with you guys. I don't think I've ever, well, no, I did stream once, and it was on Twitch. It was the very first time I ever did it, and I think I was the only viewer because I had it open in another window on my computer. So yeah, I'm excited to like sculpt for you guys. I'm pretty confident that none of you have ever seen me work in Sculptris before. And we're just gonna have some fun. Like I don't really have anything in mind for this other than to just have some fun making something with you guys. So okay. Oh, that's really nice of you to say, Jonah Robinson. I really appreciate that. There's a lot of really good YouTubers out there, and so like for me to be your favorite one, that really makes me happy. So I'm glad that I'm doing something right for you. Oh, you're watching this in class because history doesn't matter. What are you talking about? History is super important. I don't. Oh my goodness. Lizzie, hey, welcome. Okay, look forward to seeing you in the chat, and I'm just gonna share this link before I get sidetracked. Yeah. And if you guys want to invite your friends too to come to the stream, like, good on you. Go ahead and do that. Let's get some people in here. Let's have a good time. Okay. So wait, let's see. We got some notifications. Some, someone said yes, make hot babe. They want me they want me to sculpt a hot babe. That's not gonna happen in the stream right now. You know, no matter how much I'd like to do that in like 2 hours, I just can't. So we'll see what happens. I was thinking more along the lines of like some monster or something. Okay, let's see. Let's get into this. So, the first thing I like to do when I'm making a face is I like to make a chin, and this is not gonna be like human probably. Like I am not in my prime sculpting realistic faces mode today. Not today. So we're probably gonna end up with some kind of monster. But yeah, I mean, I like to start with a chin. It's very important to identify the chin. Ears are usually like right here on the head, like if you look at an actual person. In fact, let's flatten this a little bit. Let's try and make something realistic. I may have to pull up reference pictures, which would slow me down. But yeah, we basically have this right now. And this is different than Blender. In Blender, I usually use like extrude and then I move points around one by one. Whereas this program kind of focuses on having it as as like triangular polygons. So it's really efficient, I guess, for the shapes. But you'll notice that there are no like squares in this. And so usually what people will do when they're making games is they'll sculpt using this kind of method, where it just adds gobs and gobs of vertices. And then they take it into Blender or a program like Blender, and they just kind of remesh it, I guess. They bring it in and then they make a more oh, what's the word? Just more efficient mesh, I guess you could say. So yeah, this is the program that I like to use when I'm just like in a real like creative mood, I guess. I just feel like going in and not limiting myself to a certain amount of polygons, which is fun to do once in a while. Like it's definitely a good exercise. The fun thing about Roblox and doing things to make them Roblox compatible is being limited with the amount of vertices you can use. It's just kind of a challenge. So you're limited to a small texture size and you're limited to a certain number of vertices, and you have to like, when you got some grand scheme or grand idea, you have to like, it really challenges you to come up with a more efficient way of doing things. But this is kind of the opposite of that. This is just like, let's chunk a bunch of vertices all together and see what we come out with. So yeah, it's good. It's good. Good to diversify. All right. So ears are usually about right there on a human. Like if you draw a line literally down the middle of their head like this, their ears are usually on the back side of that, and this is usually where like a jaw is. Let's make some kind of a goblin thing. I kind of feel like making a goblin because I don't feel like tweaking it to make it beautiful. uh, I'm working with Sculptris right now. This is a free program. It's put out by, I think it's, yeah, Pixel Logic. And the version I have is the 2015 version because I haven't updated it. All right, and we'll just chuck a nose onto this thing. Yep, there's a nose. And it's not auto. Oh, there we go. See, the cool thing about this program is it automatically adds extra vertices as you need them. So that's pretty cool. Blender, as far as I know, Blender doesn't do that, but I haven't done a lot of sculpting in Blender. Maybe they've got something like this now, but at the time when I was using this back in 2015, they didn't. So yeah, there's a nose. We'll just give it a nice big bridge like that. Yeah, we'll give it more of a defined chin. We'll give it some cheekbones here. All right, what are you guys saying in the chat here? Because of me saying goblins, you think of World of Warcraft? Yeah. I mean, are there goblins in World of Warcraft? I'm gonna make a confession here. I have not played any World of Warcraft. I did not grow up playing it. I could not afford a subscription to something like that. So I just never played WoW. Okay. Yep, we got a head here. That's certainly a face here of some kind. Hey, Miklai 2019. I hope I said that right. Welcome. We're doing a really cool stream here. Let's see. I'm gonna try and smooth the chin. Let's see if it adds vertices. Nope, no, it does not. How do I force it to add stuff? Yeah. I guess that's one way. Okay, so we're adding some topology here just to get more details. Let's make a witch. I think this is turning more into a witch. Yeah, see, this is the fun thing about this. Oh, hey, Pocket Pug, welcome. Yeah, so this is the fun thing about this. Is we're not really making this. I mean, you can go into it with a plan, and it's really good to go into it with a plan. But because I'm streaming with you guys, like this is just a free form thing. We're just having some fun here. So we can make this, essentially what I'm saying is we can make this whatever we want to make it. So how about I do something fun? Um, at the end of this, let's see if I can make this into a Roblox hat and we can all just like run around with it on our heads. I kind of feel like doing something like that. I think Roblox, like this wouldn't be compatible with UGC, by the way. Like, the max vertices we can use for a UGC item is not the same as the max for an item just to shove into Roblox, and I think that one is limited to 10,000 vertices, which this could easily overtake. So we're gonna have to do a bit of work to get it compatible with Roblox, but I do want to see if we can and just have some fun with this. Let's make some nostrils. Oh, oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, there's the nose, kind of. Yeah, my favorite tool probably in this program is this move tool, because you can do a lot of basic like blocking in with it and just tweaking faces and stuff. My Roblox username is Axel_glow. So it's just like this. Here, I'll type it. Oh my goodness. YouTube's being weird. And that's my Roblox username. And my Twitter's this too. There. So that's my Twitter. I mean, it's not. It's all pretty much the same across everything. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close that chat. Check the Twitter, see if people are joining in. Awesome. All right, let's make some ears. See how they go. Let's see. Smooth this as well. Okay, so that's the weird thing with having topology like this. Sometimes it smooths in a weird way. Yeah. It's a little harder to model like thin stuff in this. Everything I tend to make in this has to be a little bit like chunky. So for example, if I were to model like that frog hat I made, um it's got more of a round kind of a shape to it. It doesn't have a lot of thin pieces that come off of it. So that's definitely a little easier to do in this program. But these ears are going to be a little more challenging just by virtue of the fact that they're kind of thinner. And ears have a little more detail in them. Yeah, here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and move the ear down on the head. So let's see. Are there any shortcuts for the camera to just go exactly to the side? I don't know. Let's do this though. And oh, I do have a vertex count, or a triangle count at least. So that's cool. Okay, let's add some eyebrows. Oh, this is looking like the Green Goblin from Spider-Man, actually, if I'm being honest. uh,
Who's the photographer who takes the pictures of Spider-Man?
that's that's that was Green Goblin if you couldn't tell. All I have to do is this. And that's the Green Goblin from Spider-Man. Okay. Let's put this back together a little closer. This is really fun. We're having a good time. And I'm gonna add some more detail to this thing. I'm gonna add more symmetry, or not symmetry, more topology. Let's subdivide all. Okay. I'm gonna add a crease here to the back of the ears. And I'm gonna draw draw some detail for the ears. You got goosebumps from watching Creekcraft's latest video. Oh, you know what? I haven't seen Creekcraft's latest video. How does my ear go? I think you got something that does that type of thing. Okay, but you guys can see this, the topology here is not like the best. And that's really, this is just supposed to give you an idea of like, so usually with games what they'll do is they'll model this just absurdly high poly count model, and then they'll remake it in Blender or some other program, and they'll make it a little more efficient with, like, you'll actually see more squares on it. It'll have fewer vertices and everything. But then they'll take the higher polygon mesh and they'll bake it, or bake normals onto the lower poly one, so you'll actually see like the creases and folds and everything that you see on the higher resolution one without it actually taking more data, which is pretty cool. So they'll just make this absurdly detailed thing, and they'll make the mesh better when, yeah, it's, I don't know. I have a hard time explaining it like just quickly, but yeah. All right, let's just draw some kind of a mouth here. Yep, there we go. That's a mouth. I'm just gonna say that's our mouth here. Let's draw some lips. Oh, we got it inverted. Let's take that off. Okay, it's doing some weird stuff. Why did that not split properly there? Yeah. So we got this thing. Um, should I add eyelids and stuff? I don't know. We'll see. Let me export this. Let's make something new. What should we name this? Goblin thing. I'm gonna save that to my desktop because my desktop is a mess right now and it doesn't matter. Okay. Ooh, that's odd. Okay, let's see. We can make, the fun thing about this is you can make some pretty quick changes too. Like, we could give it a really strong jaw, for example. Just kind of make it go from a goblin to an orc. Yeah, that's quite something. Oh, and W gets rid of the lines apparently, so that's cool. Oh, and we can actually change the material too, which is really fun to do. So there's what it would look like if it were glass. Or gold. It's just a gold statue of this thing. He's looking like a Grinch elf goblin hybrid. Yeah, I mean, that's an accurate description. Hey, Daniel, welcome. All right. There's what would look like steel. Um, there's just glassy. Let's see, clay. That's kind of clay-like. No, it's an orc hybrid. Yep. All right, let's give it a big lower chin here. You're just kind of like, and let's give it really big lips. Let's see, and then some teeth or something. Okay. Uh, let's draw some teeth. Yep. This is turning out so beautiful. Gotta say. Oh, oh, I did not mean to snort there, but that's okay. Okay, I want more topology. I want I want more topology. Why is it not giving me more? All right, let's go back to this part right here. All right, and we're gonna subdivide this. And we're gonna do it again. All right, now we should have enough topology. This should be way more than enough. Oops. Make these lips less lumpy. Looks like a trophy. They certainly do look like trophies when you make them all gold and glossy like that. There we go. There's some teeth. And I'm gonna smooth this out. And let's crease this a little more. I like to add a little bit of a crease here too. Oh, ooh. Let's invert that and let's turn the strength way down. Oops. Let's add a different kind of crease. There we go. Just a little bit more chin definition, I guess. That's a little too much. And then it's also nice to like put lines to the corners of their mouth, like kind of get that muscle in there. It just separates the cheek from this area on the face, and that crease is just wrong. Because you'll notice, I mean, feeling my face, you've got these lines that go like between your cheeks and this part of your mouth, and it kind of just comes around. So, yeah. So it kind of hooks around on there. Oh, yep. This is great. This is some good stuff. It's so lumpy though. I don't know why it's so lumpy. Let's get rid of these lumps. Oh, you could never sculpt? Well, really it's just playing around with it. Like that's all you got to do. I mean, the first few things you're going to turn out are not going to be perfect. And obviously, this is not perfect either. So, what I'm doing here is I'm just having fun with it. You just play with the tools, see if you can challenge yourself to make something. And eventually, I mean, you'll just start making something. Like, I mean, that's how I feel sometimes. Like, whenever I set out to do something, I always just feel a little bit sheepish, and that's okay. That's like a normal feeling. Or what if somebody's not gonna like what I'm doing? You just can't let that you just can't let that get to you. You just have to be able to um, hop into it and just have fun. Like that's the really important thing with this. I feel just having a lot of fun. I mean, it's different when you're like working for a company versus like just trying to learn it yourself. If you enjoy it, just keep trying, just keep doing it. Like I think you'd be able to sculpt. So you just gotta keep learning with it. But look at this. Oh, let's invert that again. But welcome. I'm glad you just joined. That's cool. Okay, let's crease this. Hey, Mr. Tooney, it's going well. We're just sculpting this thing. I like it. I like this. Um, see, I don't really friend people on Roblox. I'm just gonna say that right now. Um, unless I really know you, and unfortunately, I don't know you all that well, and so I'm not gonna friend you on Roblox. They do limit you on there. At some point, I think I'm gonna have a member thing on my channel where if you join or if you're a member, then I'll friend you or something for the month, just something similar to what Creekcraft does. But at this point, I really don't friend people on Roblox. Like I don't want to go to that 200 limit. So I'm sorry, I just probably won't do that right now. Like pretty much my only friends on Roblox are like uh people who I met in the first like week of playing Roblox and a bunch of family and and just like really close friends. So I don't really I'm pretty stingy with that, unfortunately. But you can always join in the streams and stuff. Like I'm not as active on Roblox. There's really it's more fun to come to my streams and like interact with me there because I'll talk to you more there on in my streams. So, um all right. Well, take care, Jonah. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Sorry, I just yeah, I'm a little bit weird with adding people. But yeah, just I hope to see you in some future streams. Oh, yeah. Um yeah, so I do have a Discord server actually. And you can interact with people who also watch my streams on there. So I hope if you're still here, I'm just going to go ahead and post a link to my Discord server and you guys can go ahead and sign up and join in the Discord server. I mean, sign up. There's not really a sign up. You just click the link and join. But let's see. Here it is. I'll just get a link and paste it for you guys. Yeah, no, I totally get you. So when you're doing or when I'm doing faces, like this wasn't I didn't even really go into this planning on doing a face. But that's just kind of what it turned out to be like. When you're looking at somebody's face, there are just key things that you have to look for to make it look like a face. For instance, I think the first thing I do is try to define a chin. And then after I define the chin, I either define like how squished in their head is, like I squish in the side, and then I pull the cheeks out a little bit, and then you've got like this triangle here on the bottom of somebody's face. Um, and it just kind of goes from there. Like you block it basically, like you get the big shape, and then you just start moving in from there. But right now I'm just like for the facial, for the mouth and everything, like I'm just adding creases like how you would see on somebody's actual face. Like it goes from about somewhere around here, like around these round parts of your nose, and they come down and then they go around the mouth, and those really add a lot of like they're pretty subtle most of the time, but they add a lot of detail to a face without you really realizing. So for example, I'm just gonna smooth these out and see, like you'll see it kind of turn kind of blobby, like you said. Um, so it's like that, but before it was like this. So just like subtle things like that really make a big difference when you're trying to make somebody's face. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna add more creases to this thing. I've been making like drawing characters and modeling them for quite some time. So like, and I was even like in school I was in a figure drawing class, and so I have a lot of experience drawing people. So it just kind of comes. I mean, this is without a reference too. Most of the time when you're in those classes, you have a reference, but I've got a pretty good idea of where things go to make it look like something that's alive and humanoid, I guess. But all it really comes down to is like practice observing stuff and just practicing, um, trying to replicate it yourself. Yeah, make it not too sharp. Like I wouldn't want to just go like this and just straight up wham. Like I mean, unless that's what you're really going for. Like there's really no right or wrong. Um like at the end of the day, you're the person who decides if it looks good or if it doesn't. And if you feel like it looks good and people are still like telling you, "Oh, that doesn't look good," or "Oh, it's just," it just comes down to your preference. If you think it looks good and you're pleased with it, then I mean that's the thing that's important. Um, but on the same side of that, there's still like if you're working for somebody, obviously you want to cater to what your client wants. Um, so if they say, well, this is not defined enough, or this is like, you obviously want to. It's different when you're practicing. You're working for yourself, but when you're working for a client, you're obviously working for a client. But in this case, we're not working for a client. You're not working for a client. You have free reign of whatever you want to do. So it really, what I find works best is just like a subtle in between. Like you don't want to have it too like smooth, and you also don't want to have it too sharp. And I just kind of stick with in between that. So hey Rayan Sue, welcome. I am so sorry. I did not see that first hi. I have a really tiny little screen in the corner that all the chats come up on. It would be nice to get a bigger monitor to see things, but unfortunately this is this is what I have. It's a drawing tablet on my desk. Like it's also partially hidden by the microphone, so one of my eyes can't see the chat. Um, but welcome. I'm glad to see you here. I really hope I said your name right too. Oh geez. All right, so I'm gonna start doing like eyelids and stuff. And to do that, I think I'm gonna pull this out just a little bit. Yeah. And you'll notice with some people's eyes, I mean, most people who like you'll see will have eyes that are like this. So what I like to do obviously is I make the sockets, and then when I'm making the eyes, I just kind of pull it back out. And it gives you like that, you still see the socket, but you also see like there's an eye in there. So it just kind of looks like he's got eyes that are a little bit closed right now. Okay, then I'm gonna also crease this here. And that crease is way too strong. I wanted it to be a little more subtle than that. Okay. Well, we got something like this. uh yeah, this is great. So I'm going to crease it like this. Oh, hey, yeah, no problem. And this channel isn't strictly like sculpting or like Blender and everything. I do a lot of things. Sometimes I'll stream Roblox, sometimes I'll stream Phasmophobia. Other times I'll do a modeling stream in Blender where I'll model something with Blender. This is actually the first time I'm streaming Sculptris. Um, but yeah, I thank you for saying you'll share this channel with friends and stuff. Like we're just here to have fun and be entertained, and it's a good time. I do a lot of weird things. So, all right, let's close this in. Um, yeah, I really am enjoying this right now. I hope you guys are too. See, we got more cheeks here. We got cheekbones. And I kind of feel I kind of feel like making like a Santa hat looking thing on this guy. Uh you're sitting with your knees on concrete? That's not good for your knees. All right, let's pull the face out like that. Does that look good? Nope, don't like that. uh yeah, sometimes I make tweaks that I don't like, and that's what control Z's for, right? Yep. Control Z is to fix stuff you don't like. All right, that's looking pretty cool. Let's give him a little bit more of an upper lip here. Oh, hey, if you're still here, not officially 6, I did give a link to my Discord. I could like I've got an art area on my Discord. It would be really cool to see you sculpt things and then put it there if you feel comfortable with that. So if you want critique or anything like that, just go ahead and throw it in there and just say critique or something. And when I see it, I'll try and give you a critique if you want that. I'll point out what you like or what you've done well in it, and then I'll probably say some suggestions of things to try. Um, yeah. So only if you feel comfortable though. Like I don't want to like really pull you out of your comfort zone or make you feel like and it's never going to be like picking on you. Like I don't want anybody to pick on each other in my server. It's just like really just for constructive feedback. So or none at all. You can just say do not critique this and we'll just put likes on it and whatever just but I'd be really interested in just seeing some work. So um here, let me share that link again. I'll copy this and I'll just slam this down in the chat. If he had earrings on the tip of his ears? Yes. So, in this program, I like to sculpt the fleshy parts, if that makes sense, and then, or like even like hats and like clothing wrinkles and things like that. But when I do like metallic stuff, when I do non-organic shapes, I'll like to move it over to Blender and then just like make those shapes within Blender. It just it's a lot easier to make a ring in Blender than it is to make a ring in Sculptris, if that makes sense, or just like inorganic shapes in general. I think there might actually be a preset to make a ring in here. No, there is not. It's just you start with a lump of clay basically. um, Okay. It's been just a little. It's been a hot minute since I've been in this app. So all right, let's. The that does not look good. um. Yeah. Okay. So this is basically what the guy would look like with eyes closed. Let's add some crow's feet here, just for funsies. You'll notice a lot of times like crow feet on people's faces when they scrunch their face. It's just like dividing lines between their cheek and their brow. Like it's a very so if you ever struggle finding what the curves are like, um yeah, that's basically where they are. It's just like in between the cheeks and the brow. So that's exaggerated what I just did, but that's essentially what that is. I'm using Sculptris. This is a free program put out by Pixelogic. Um, this is the 2015 version. They may have updated it so it's a lot better. But I haven't been using this a whole lot lately. And so I just haven't updated it. All right, let's make a hat. I want to make a like a Santa hat or something just to shove on this thing's head. So in this program, you can add a new sphere, add object, and usually that's how I make eyes too. Like I'll just go plonk, and I mean it looks like a fly right now, but you can scale this down, um, and then you can grab and move things, and that's usually how I go about making eyes. But I might just now I'm debating whether or not I should actually make eyes for this thing or just keep them closed. You know what? Let's just let's just leave it open for voting. Um, and I'm just gonna add the hat sphere though. So add object. We're gonna make a hat for this thing. Gotta move this globally. Do I use a Wacom tablet? Yes, I do. I do use a Wacom tablet. Oh no, sorry. I have a Wacom Bamboo. It's pretty old. But the one that I use right now is not a Wacom tablet. It's called an XP Pen. It's an XP Pen 12. Um, they're about right now they're about 240 US dollars. So, I mean that's pretty good as far as drawing tablets go. This one's got I use it as a second monitor, so it's pretty good for what it is. Um, it would be nice to get one of those big ones though. Like I don't know what I'd do with myself then. It would be so cool. But mine's just this little like it's a 12-inch one. Okay. Let's let's make this more of a hat shape. Oops. Let's turn off global so it doesn't move the whole thing. And we'll just do something. This is gonna be a hat. Just trust me. Trust me, this is gonna be oh, it'll fit on their head just like a real hat. A farm hat. Yeah. This is really an ugly hat right now, gotta say. But it'll be better in just a moment. Oh, they always start out so bad. Let's let's do this Santa shaped hat. Something like that. Oh, it's a Smurf. It's a he's turned into a Smurf. Oh. Oh yeah. Look at that. Beautiful. these things. This sculpting thing. Look at those eyes. Oh. Okay. Oh, I hope you guys find this as funny as I do. This is just, oh. Ooh, I would not wear this hat in real life. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I would. I would wear this, totally. In the most public places. Yeah, an old man's hat. The driver's caps. Driver's caps. Or at least that's what it was reminding me of, was a driver cap. You know, like the old guys who wear those, like they're playing, you picture them playing chess and they've got like that hat that's like, yeah, yeah. Anyway. Oh, this looks like a nightcap. It looks like what Mr. Scrooge wore in every rendition of that Christmas Carol thing. All right. Okay, look at this. That's some nice stuff. Oh, it's not. I don't like how lumpy it's being. I don't know why it's not dividing. It should be subdividing. No, did not want to subdivide everything. Reduce. Invert. Okay, now we can just reduce or just subdivide what we want to subdivide. Okay, so this'll turn out, I promise. Let's just give us some more topology on the top of the ear there. All right, cool. And I'm gonna add some here too, because I wanna have some wrinkles down there. Okay. Ooh, whoa, that was way too much. Put him with a bat in his hands? Maybe. I may not do a body today because they're pretty in depth. Like I gotta say, faces and heads are a lot easier for me to do personally. I mean, I can do bodies. It's just I can do a head and like a face a lot faster than I can do a whole body because I have to do all these creases and things like for the body too. He looks like a scary neighbor third from the front. I don't know what that means. Okay. Oops. All right, let's smooth this thing. Is there a certain schedule I stream weekly? I really should. I really should get onto a schedule. Most of the time, I stream. Oh, what is it? It's like I stream at about 2 p.m. Eastern time, or like what would that be in Central? Okay, so in Central it would be about 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock p.m. is when I usually start streaming. I started streaming a little earlier today, but it's almost every day I've been pretty lax about streaming lately. And it's not always like sculpting streams like this. Like I said, I think most often lately it's been doing like phasmophobia streams, just like gameplay and stuff like that. I mean, if enough people are really interested in it, I could set up scheduled streams for like modeling and stuff like that. Um, like I would certainly enjoy doing those. I just um like I just don't know how interested people are in, and it sounds bad, like I just don't know how interested people are in watching me model stuff. Like obviously you guys love watching it, and so I really appreciate that. So like I might do more, like if you guys really want me to, is that's what I mean, I guess. um because I am having fun doing this, and it's nice to talk to people while I do it. Because most of the time I just model this stuff and I don't even show anybody. Like it just doesn't end up going anywhere. So yeah, but if enough people are really interested in seeing more of these kinds of streams, I'll definitely schedule um time for doing it every week. This channel is very new, by the way, so I haven't really fleshed out exactly what it is. Or not fleshed out, fleshed out. It's not defined quite yet. Underrated. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. It'd be nice to get more jobs doing models. I would really appreciate that, or getting, getting more jobs. All right. Well, we got this fun guy. Oh, those eyes are killing me. I can't. It's like, look into my eyes. It's just so, oh, it's so intense. He's just like, Okay, let's crease these things. Oh, it's still inverted. Okay, there we go. Let's turn up the intensity just a hair, and I'll just add some crease, and crease here and crease here. Well, no, that crease doesn't make as much sense. These two creases make sense. Oh, it's 7 p.m. for you right now? Cool, cool. You know, it's really funny. I have more viewers from like over in Europe and everything. I have more viewers from over there than I do from Canada, which is bonkers to me. Like it seems like it would be so much more easy for Canadians to view my content than people who are in Europe. Like I'm usually streaming pretty late at night for people over there. And so it's so funny that it's I have fewer viewers in Canada than I have in Europe. I appreciate it though. It's really cool. I love seeing or just interacting with people from all over the place. That's really cool. Okay, let's invert that crease. There's some weird puckering going on right there, and I don't like it.
See if I can fix it. Go fix it.
Oh, it's kind of fixed. That's cool. Yeah, I have some more viewers from the US too. Like most of my viewers are from the US. But I just think it's really cool that a lot of people in Europe are seeing my content. That I mean, that's something that's really cool with like technology today, is that you can have friends from all over the world now, like literally all over the planet, and it doesn't have to just be local stuff. Like I'm really excited to be able to interact with people like that, and just even like 10 or 15 years ago, it was a little bit. I feel like it was a little harder to branch out, and um, it's just really interesting. Okay, so we put this lumpy hat on this lumpy guy. This is what he's looking like. That's true. Yeah, it's going international. Like, uh, that's just it's bonkers. Okay, let's subdivide. I want to subdivide this hat a little more too. I want more topology. Like we can have it, so why not take it? Why not take some? So we'll just give ourselves some more polygons here. And it's good to keep it pretty much limited to only the places you want more detail too. Like you don't want to go up here and just start like giving yourself more topology, because I'm not planning on doing much with that. So because I'm having more of a broad face, I'm going to leave it with bigger topology, but because I have creases and stuff down here, I want to have more triangles and points to work with. Yeah, see, Mr. Tooney's in the UK. That's way cool. I love the UK. I mean, I've never been there, but it would be cool to visit one day. I have a lot of friends from the UK, like actual people who I've met like in real life. Like um I didn't meet them online. I met them in real life, but they were from the UK. I've also got a friend from Germany as well, and it would just be really cool to go over there and visit them sometime. Especially entertaining and talented Axel Glow. Wow, that's really kind of you. I really appreciate that. Oh, there's something really cool coming in the mail today. And I do not want to spoil the surprise, but I will be posting it on my channel at some point after I've sent it to the person who I plan on sending it to. Um, but oh, I'm just so excited. It said it's out for delivery, and you guys are gonna dig it. Um, I'll give you a hint though. It is it is a Game Boy shell, like a custom Game Boy shell. I think some people have already seen it, but like stay on the lookout for that, because I designed a Game Boy shell. I'm gonna be sending it to a friend of mine, and I'm gonna do a video about it afterward because I still want it to be a surprise for my friend. So yeah, just talking about the random things that I do. That's one of the things. It's a Game Boy Color shell. So will I ever make my own shoulder pet? Yes, probably. I've already made like these things called, I think I called them Glow Buddies, but they're basically Game Boys that go on your hip. I thought about making like faces on them or something, but then I thought that was getting a little too close to like BMO or something. Scotland is very bad in weather. Your best bet is England. I don't know. I really like dreary areas. I'm very noise. I can smell the joy of packages. Yeah, no, it's exciting. I am excited today. Like I've been looking forward to this. I ordered this thing from the UK. The I went to Retro 6 and I bought it from them because they're the only people on the planet that I could find who would print a custom UV Game Boy shell, which means they're basically printing plastic onto plastic. So instead of just regular printer ink, it's hardened plastic. So they're the only people I could find who would actually make it for me, like to my specifications and my design. And oh, it's gonna be so rad, I gotta say. Um, oh, I'm still getting butterflies just thinking about it. But it's to go along. Well, I almost just gave away a little bit too much there. um, but yeah, I'll post a video about it. I certainly will. But I want to keep it a secret until I get it to my friend. So oh yeah, Japan would be way cool to visit. I took Japanese in college, and I got I've forgotten pretty much everything now, but that's because I didn't end up using it. Like I wanted to go study abroad in Japan. I didn't have enough money to do that at the time. So, unfortunately, I didn't do it. Oh, that would have been such a cool opportunity though. I'd love to travel the world. Like if I could get a job where I could travel all over the place, then I would definitely want to get that job. Like my my grandmother is from England and my grandfather, well, my biological grandfather, um he was from Friesland in the Netherlands. And so it's always just like those two places have always fascinated me. I would love to go to Holland and just see what there is to see there. Um, just to see where my family actually comes from. But yeah, so they moved to Canada, and you know they had my family, and then we moved from Canada to the States. So we just kind of move all over the place every generation. But those places just fascinate me. It would be really cool. Like the only other countries I've been to have been I've been to Canada and I've been to Mexico, and of course the U.S. So those are the only three countries I've been to. I'd love to go to New Zealand. I'd love to go to Japan. I'd love to go to England. So it's just everywhere, pretty much in Europe, would be really cool to visit. But all over the world would be really awesome to see. Oh, your homework is dreadful. I'm so sorry. You'll be glad for the weekend. You're off school Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Whoa, you've got a vacation. That's cool. I'll have to do some more streams in those times. Okay, let's see how this thing looks without the lines. All right, we obviously have some cleanup to do. Let's put a crease here. If you really want to go realistic too, like sometimes it's beneficial to add a positive crease. Maybe not so strong as that, but add some kind of a crease here like this. Because you'll notice when fabric crinkles up, like, heck, you can even see it with my shirt here. Like, it's, I don't know, it's hard to hard to show. I guess I don't know if I have anything that I can really show you. Okay, I've got this bag here. This is my headphone bag. So as we kind of crease this up, I really don't want to put a crease in it, but okay, this is first education. So as we crinkle it up like this, you can actually see like there's a negative crease in it, and then there's like this positive crease that you see. Um, and then that crease kind of goes all smooth when it gets down to here. So that's basically what we want to add on corners and things like that. And I'm not pretending to be like the best sculptor here, but like that's just stuff that I've observed myself and what I've learned in my own experience. And so that's why I would provide it as a tip here. So you just add a sharper crease like closer to these tight corners here, and then as it goes out here, it'll diffuse a little bit. So that'll just kind of give you a little bit more of a realistic look as you're doing stuff like this. And my hope is that people will watch my videos and they'll see what I'm doing, and then they'll be able to improve upon it. Like, it's always really cool to see somebody who's like, you know, my hope is that people will surpass me after I teach them how to do something. Like, they'll just do better work than I make. So, I mean, obviously, I'll be competitive in the market though. Like, I don't want them taking my job. I'm just I'm just kidding. But like, it's just really cool to see people do, you know, a lot more than what I taught them. So one example of this is actually Samurai Lion. He learned a little bit from me, and now he's just like running wild with doing blenders renders and things like that, and it's just really cool to see him progress. Yeah, most of the people who subscribed did subscribe for the Game Boy videos, and it's not even like for all the videos either. It's just the one video really that they were interested in, because I posted more and they only got maybe 200 views or something like that. Which is not bad, gonna say. Like, those are still like the top viewed videos on my channel. Um, but compared to that one piggy video, for some reason it just got a million views. Like, not a million views, but like six or 7,000. But still, like, and I was a little excited because I was like, oh well, I'll just post more piggy Game Boy videos, and those did not do as well as the other one. But I think they're objectively more impressive than the first one that got a lot of views. It is a little unfortunate, but that's just how people are. They just, I mean, they're interested in what they're interested in, and there's not a whole lot you can do to really. Yeah, I can't force them to watch my other videos. Um, Maybe I can. No, I'm just kidding. That was a bad joke. Um, but yeah, it would be nice to have them be more interested in my other content too. But I mean, I just got to work for it. I just got to do more stuff. Should I put hair poking out the back of this thing? Do you guys think I should do hair? Yeah, yeah, not officially six. I do get what you mean. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I am talking about Samurai Lion. Samurai Lion's a champion. Ugh. In fact, I did a video showcasing like backgrounds or something, and I said the episode was for Samurai Lion, and that's actually one of the best videos on my channel. Like it's second, it's in second place behind the Piggy Game Boy thing. Oops. Oops. Okay, we've gotta put an inverted crease on the back here to sharpen this up. You remember what I said about 3 wolves? No, I thought you guys were foxes. 3 foxes. Word of the stream. Crease. Got a crease. That is my second favorite feature of this program is the crease tool. I also like smoothing. So grab is number 1 for blocking in. Crease is number 1 for detail, I would say, and then just like smooth is great for coming in and smoothing it. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, we got an upset baby in the background. Just ignore that. She's probably upset because somebody's not paying attention to her at this moment. She likes having attention. Believe you me, she gets a lot of attention. Like she's by no means neglected. Okay. Well, would you look at that? We got this thing. It needs hair though, is what Ashley suggested. After I asked if I should. So let's add an object. And I don't even know how we're gonna do hair, but something's gonna happen. We're gonna we'll make hair somehow. Uh, let's do global grab, and we'll just kind of put it somewhere. I don't know. Let's just delete that. I don't want this anymore. Oh shoot, where'd it go? Okay, this is one thing I don't that's really awkward in this program. Oh no, I just moved the head. Okay, you know what? There's a sphere somewhere inside of it, but we're just gonna ignore that. I lost it. Uh, let's just add something more. I'm gonna do some like some hair just kind of poking out the back of his head, and we're gonna use 2 spheres to do it. And we're gonna use the grab tool because grab tool is king. King of block-in. And basically block-in is just like um I mean that's a term they use in drawing. I don't know if they use it as much in like 3D sculpture or anything like that. I'm not, 3D sculpture champion, but yeah, you just get block-in is basically just what it sounds like. You just draw basic blocks of how you want the hair to look, and then you just go more detailed from there, or just whatever you're drawing. Okay, so we got something like this, and that's actually looking pretty good. I did not expect it to look as good as it does. That pleases me. um, Alrighty, that's cool. That's good stuff. And this is the basic shape of the hair. And can you guess what tool we're going to try to use next? If you said crease, you would be right. Oh, you like to draw? That's cool. See, you'd fit. I think you'd fit right in it on in my Discord. Um, I really want to get the art channel more active. It doesn't even matter what you're like. Obviously, not like NSFW stuff in my channel, in my Discord. Like just family friendly things. I want to get more people drawing in there. I want more. I want to see more art. It doesn't like you don't have to be doing fan art of me or anything like that. You just have to. I mean, just say, hey guys, I've been working on this. It would be really cool to get your feedback, or just enjoy this. Don't give me feedback. Whatever you feel like saying there. Like, um, I've got a lot of really artsy people I think on the Discord, and it's just a really cool environment to be in, I guess. Yes, Mr. Tooney, you are an artist. I appreciate your work. Yeah, and that's just something that every I feel like well, some artists are pretty pretentious and really into themselves, but I feel like that's something that a lot of artists struggle with is just like being really humble, like to the point of being self-deprecating or how let's see, is that even a yeah, self-deprecating. Um and that's certainly something that I struggle with too. Like when I'm making stuff, I'm usually pretty self-conscious about my work. I do a lot of charcoal drawings and things like that too. And my biggest thing that I would say when people would ask me if I'm an artist, I would just say I just let other people call me an artist. I don't call myself an artist. It's like yeah, that's just my own thing, I guess. But I feel like after going on to Twitter and doing art on Twitter a little bit, I feel like that's kind of the boat that a lot of artists are in. Oh, I can't. I also just can't stand being in a room with an artist who's just full of their own work. Like, yes, this is art because I say it's art. Or like, I don't know. They sometimes they can get a little bit snooty. Yeah, well, you know what? I look back on stuff that I drew 10 years ago or even just like 6 years ago and I say, "Wow, that was not so great." But that's the fun of it too. Like you can keep working on it, right? And you don't realize you're getting better, but you are getting better. And before you realize it, 3 years have gone by and you go back and look at something that you thought was like awesome, like your peak item, and it's just like you see it's kind of bad, but at the same time, that's a good thing because you realize how much you've improved. So, um, yeah, it's a really fun kind of experience. Really fun to see your own progress. And that should actually instill a little bit of confidence in you as well. Um, you can say, "Oh wow, I really have improved." You don't see it while you're in it, by the way. Like, um, you just really don't see. I think a good term would be the forest through the trees. While you're in the forest, you don't really see the forest. You just see a bunch of trees, and you don't see them changing or whatever. But you get out, and you can see the entire forest. You can see, like, once you see so many trees, you can see a forest there. As you know, if you kind of step back and remove yourself, like with time, you can just see how much you've changed. But while you're in it, it's really hard to see all of your progress and everything. So, and this hair is really interesting. But you know what? I'm learning too. This is a learning experience for me too. We're just we're just here to have fun. Okay. I think I'm going to add another thing here. We're gonna add just like some bangs or some little things in the front of the ear. The blue spanner in the chart. What does the blue spanner in the chart mean? I don't know. Where's what blue thing? Which chart? Oh, the chat. The chat. Okay. I misread that. Like I said, I got a really tiny little monitor here next to Ash's name. Oh, spanner. Okay, yes. Sorry. The wrench. Yeah, that just means that Ashley's a moderator. So if somebody starts insulting somebody else, or is just like all around kind of a, someone who's given off some pretty bad vibes, I'll say, to put it lightly, Ashley will ban them from the chat or kick them, because I'm obviously doing other things. I can't really moderate the chat myself. I mean, I can if it's really really necessary. Um, but Ashley's just here to kind of help keep the chat clean. Sorry, the spanner. That's just another thing. Like in the U.S., they're just we would just refer to that as a wrench. But I know what you mean. I've heard spanner before. I just was not thinking. Okay, let's just say this is the thing. This is this is good. Oh, geez, those eyes though. Okay, let's fix the eyes. They're a little bit too in like that. So I'm gonna rotate them. Let's see how the rotate tool is gonna work. Ew! Oh my gosh! Oh, look at that. That is not what I wanted. Oh my gosh, this is not what I signed up for. Okay. Oh. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know this was a thing. Oh. I can really just like yoink. Yoink. Oh, that's great. Okay. How about like that? Yeah, that looks good. Could we see that again? Yes. You don't have to ask me twice.
Hey,
Oh, that's how this one talks. It's just,
hey, hey.
oh, it looks so happy. Oh. Maybe, yeah. But this is not like the program I'm gonna be coloring them in. We're gonna move this over to Blender probably and color it there. Um, yeah, I'm gonna leave the eyes closed because that's gonna just be a lot of time trying to make them open. So, hmm, let's move this over to Blender and I'll just show you guys basically how I paint stuff in there. So, I'm gonna export the object. We're gonna call it Goblin Thing 2 or just Orc Thing. And I'll save this to my desktop and hopefully it saved everything. All right, now let's open Blender. And I'm gonna make Sculptris not visible. There we go. Import object. Let me go to my desktop and grab it. There it is. All right, so now we got this thing in Blender. I'll delete that. And what I'm going to do is go into edit mode because it imported it as one object. And I'm going to hit P and we're going to separate it by loose parts. Now what I want to do, I'm going to join these together. You need to go in 5 minutes? Okay, you know what? I'm going to make this really fast. We're going to do this in 5 minutes. Uh, so that's a good challenge. All right, base color. I'm going to make a new material. I'm going to make it green, okay? That's a little bit too green. Thank you for showing that hilarious and hideous abomination of a face. you're you're welcome. Anytime. All right. And then I'm gonna add a new material. We're just gonna make this like these are placeholders, by the way. These aren't gonna be the end. You know who it looks like? That looks like uh I think his name is Blanca from Street Fighter. He's green with like orange hair and he's electric. It's very strange. All right. Oops. We need to make a new material for this hat. And we'll just settle on this color. Hair, I'll just make like a like that kind of color. Okay, and I'm gonna start painting this as soon as I can. This is I'm probably not gonna be able to use this in Roblox at all, by the way. Not with the amount of time that I have. So, but we will paint this. Let me add a modifier. I'm going to reduce. There should be a reduce modifier somewhere. Did they remove it? Huh. I'm not seeing reduce anywhere. Well, there used to be. Here, let me see where it is. Oh, decimate. It's called decimate. Decimate, and I'll just pull it down to there and see how it looks. That actually looks a lot. Okay, I'm gonna apply that. Cool. Oops. And let's decimate it again. Cool. All right, and I'm going to now paint it. Let's go into edit mode. And this is gross. Do not do this if you're planning on publishing a project or something, by the way. But I'm gonna go into UV. I'm gonna say unwrap or mark seam. And so everything's gonna be a seam. I'm gonna go to unwrap. And let's just see what it does. Oh, it might have crashed my. Nope. Okay, we're good. And I'm gonna go into texture paint. And these are all the vertices, or these are all the triangles now. This is never what you want, by the way. You never want it to look like this is bad. But just for the sake of time, this is what we're doing. Uh, let's see. I'm gonna go into shading. Gonna add. Let's see. Texture paint. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't add a new texture. So let's just say face. Okay. Texture paint. All right. Now what you want to do is it starts out like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll choose a really dark version of what I want, like for color wise, and then I'll just paint it like that. So I work from dark to light. It's kind of like painting miniatures. So here, gonna go a little bit lighter, and we'll paint it. So wherever it's got a highlight. Oh shoot, Blender works where it when you're using these different tools, it has different settings over on the side. So if you choose one color, you can't just switch over to the paint bucket tool. You have to actually reselect the color for the other tool. Um, let's do symmetry. All right, cool. Maybe you just paint it like this. You probably want the strength to be down a little bit so you can get more shading and whatever else. But this is basically what you do when you're hand painting textures on. It's also helpful to go into the materials and make it so it's less shiny. So I like to turn the specular way down as well so you can actually see, um, you know, what the highlights look like that you're painting on. So something like that. Don't rush it. Yeah, no, I do plan on doing something a little bit better, but I just wanted to have everybody see this. I also need to wrap up the stream here pretty soon. Because I have been streaming for about 2 hours now. Or maybe has it been 2 hours or has it just been an hour? When did I start this stream? I think I started at 11. So it's almost 1 now. I hear people having lunch downstairs, so I think I'm going to join them. But it's been fun. This has been a really fun stream. It's nice to see new faces joining in the stream. It's definitely this is definitely not looking great right here. Uh, but if I had more time to spend on it, I mean, I could probably just make a 2-part stream thing. We could do textures another time. Um, but yeah, retopologizing things is a good idea too. But this is just basically how I do my textures and things like that. Okay, this looks really bad. Like I normally don't unwrap a thing looking like this. This is not normal. So I feel like I do have to explain that a little better at some point. But this was just to give you an idea of like you have to unwrap it and then you can just paint it like this. So I'll probably do a video showcasing this a little better later on. But yeah, this is just the gist of how you color it is with from dark to light and you just airbrush it basically. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Um, Next time maybe we'll come back to the same head. Maybe we'll have something else that I'll be texturing. It just depends. But thank you all very much for joining in. I really appreciate the support that you guys give me by just coming in and saying hi and just taking part in the stream. It's always so rewarding to have somebody here, to talk to, and I just really appreciate you guys coming by and saying hi. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and just take care of yourself.